Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Bulletproof For BJJ podcast. And we are here at Bell's Hot Chicken and we are doing a Hot Ones challenge. Now let me just set the scene for you. Joe likes chili. I am not particularly good with chili, but in the name of beating Joe at anything, I will do this.
He's a competitive motherfucker, which gives him an edge.
It doesn't. I used to tolerate chili really well, and Joe eats chili like every day. And
it's true.
Of sorts is a chili connoisseur. You grow your own chilies, right?
Grow my own chilies, got like 6 different hot sauces in the fridge at any one time.
I am the UFC armchair fan of chili. Stand them up! Stand them up! And I'm about to like get into it with someone who actually trains.
So here's how it works, right? JT was like, man, we gotta do some bigger shit on YouTube. We gotta fucking get something out there. It's like, we're putting out the information, strength, mobility, the stuff that you guys need. But it was like, what can we do that's gonna be kind of fun and different? And so he's like, we're gonna do the Hot Wings challenge, bro. We gotta fucking do it. So I was like, all right, man, put it together, we'll do it. Here we are, we're doing it. We've got five different pairs of wings, starting from mild, traveler, hot, really hot, really fucking hot, Sex Panther. And so the idea is we've got questions from you guys that have come in over the Instagram. We have kind of picked like the best ones, and we're just going to respond to the questions as we eat the wings. We're going to try and wrap this thing up in about 40 minutes thereabouts.
Yeah.
Hopefully no one vomits, no one dies. Let's see how we go.
If he dies, he dies.
All right, man. All right, let's begin with please.
All right. So,
a little napkin ready.
Yeah. No sides.
No sides. Can't even have the pickle that's with it.
No.
All we got is a lemonade. We're allowed a little lemonade.
Little sip for lubrication.
All right. First question, bro. Oh, and so what's the deal? We have to consume the whole wing, right?
I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Consume the whole thing. You don't necessarily have to eat this bit, although I do love this bit.
I'm all about that bit.
But we just maybe say, because, I don't know, for the quantity, you're a bigger eater than me.
Yeah, but I'm also...
You got to eat the meaty bits.
Yeah, we do our best.
First question is, what does happiness mean to you, bro? What does it mean to us?
What does it mean to us? I'll start. Happiness to me is about spending time with people that you love, doing challenging things, because I like challenge, and having a laugh. Like getting to the end of the day and feeling satisfied. I think you can go to bed, you feel like I did the things I wanted to do to the best of my ability, and I had a good time with my friends. Like, if you can find more days like that, then I think that you'll be happy. That's my take on it.
I like that. This first wing is fucking delicious.
Oh,
I
good.
was like quite hungry.
It's tasty.
We're a little bit nervous, and so
yeah, we didn't go full stomachs at breakfast. We wanted to come in hungry.
Happiness to me is probably somewhere more like a place in my mind where I feel satisfied with things.
Okay.
So all those same things are present, but when I think about it, I'm like, like a place where I'm really, I actually got a little bit of heat to it, doesn't it? You're picking that up?
It's coming in.
Where you're like happy with what you're doing for work, happy with how you're spending your time. You feel like you're having an impact on the world or whatever, the people around you.
It's quite good.
Delicious.
I'm enjoying it. Early days. Let's just say.
Next one. Any defining moments in your life that have changed the way you look at things in the training realm?
Two big moments in my life. One was when I started training kettlebells back in 2007. Start of 2007 was the year I was going to have a crack at kind of Olympic selection for Taekwondo.
Right.
I was like, I've got to be the fittest and strongest I've ever been. And people talked a lot of shit about kettlebells. And this is before it was really... Yeah. People were like, yo, like kettlebells is mad.
Oh,
it
like
was secret.
Right, not shit.
No, but people were like, whoa, you got to check out kettlebells. But no one knew anything about it. Mm-hmm. So I got on the Australian Kettlebells website, and the only two contacts were Rick Ravensdale, the owner, and Efim Kurubaski, Phil, who's the Russian.
Yep.
And so I called Rick, and Rick's like, talk to Phil. I was like, okay. Yes, come come, my place. Yes, we'll train, okay. And I went there and man, it kicked my ass so hard. Like I did a very basic kettlebell workout and it wrecked me. And I counted myself as a fit, strong human. So I was like, I gotta learn this. And it just changed the trajectory of my career. So even though like
that was your whole intro to kettlebells.
Yeah, and I got so strong. I did like 4 weeks in January of 2007, and by February I was so much stronger and so much fitter. I was like, this works.
What were you doing prior to that?
I was doing kind of conventional like barbell lifting. I'd done some Olympic lifting, dumbbells, core training, functional training of sorts, but not kettlebells.
Yeah.
And then also his approach. And in the same way, like people have that experience with jiu-jitsu, right? I found jiu-jitsu right at the start of 2008, like March 2008, and it kicked my ass, man. And it just opened my eyes up to like, I thought I knew martial arts, and holy goodness, and just took my life on a different path.
Yeah.
So I think those two things had a huge impact and still impact me to this day. Kettlebells and jiu-jitsu.
Kettlebells and jits.
How about you, bro?
That's cool. Yeah, I think in the training realm, it would have had to have been, should we partake on the next?
We shall. I'm thinking we ditch bones or leave them.
Ditch in here.
Yep. Scraps. Okay. On to the next.
For me, it would have been when I went to Melbourne to attend a double seminar with Ido Portal.
Wow.
Which is the first time I went and trained with him.
Right.
And had that in-person experience. You know, for anyone listening that doesn't know him, he's the movement guy. He's the one that was playing touch butt with Conor McGregor.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I fucking trained with that guy. I played touch butt with that guy.
Ido's a beast.
Yeah, he's a savage.
You don't know who he is.
And more so, like, the pivotal thing in that experience was just the shift in perspective about movement and physical development that came from spending those 4 days there with him. What are we now? We're now in the hot realm, aren't we?
We are in hot. I can feel that.
Are you licking your fingers?
No.
Yeah, because you end up with a lot of spice on the fingers.
Bro, I'm trying to be efficient. I'm not scared of the spice. Let's be clear.
I can see, you can see on this wing,
It's getting thicker.
there's
A cake.
like a caking of the spice powder.
Oh,
that's growing.
God. Right. We could hear the guy before.
That's the little fuck you cake.
Yeah. We could hear the guy tossing it. It sounded heavy.
Delicious.
Still good.
What's your feelings on mandatory voting, JT?
Mandatory voting. Totally random question. I look at it this way. America does not have mandatory voting. And I actually think that is not of benefit to the country.
I just dribbled, just want to let you guys know.
Bro, the spice is hitting me now.
Oh yeah.
In the nose.
Okay.
I'm getting that high in the nose, sorry.
Wow.
Whew. All right, it's good though, like it's not hurting me, but it's hard to talk. Let me take a breath.
Yeah, it's not pain, guys, it just hurts.
Don't make me laugh. Little breaths, little breaths. So, we have mandatory voting in Australia, and I actually think it's good. I think it forces people to consider, I'm going to have to vote, who am I going to vote for? I think that's good. I'm not a political person of sorts, but I think it is worthwhile to consider, for a lot of people, they didn't have that right for many years. People of colour, women had to fight to be able to vote. So it's a great right to have, and the fact that we have a government that isn't going to completely rig the election. Now, whatever you say, people might say otherwise, but the fact that we get that right, I look at it as a right. I look at it like we're lucky. It's good to be able to vote, and making it mandatory gets people to think about that. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that it's mandatory to vote in Australia, right? For anyone listening who's not from here. If you don't vote, you get fined, right? Which is, I actually got fined because I missed a local state election. Whatever, last year, $65 or something. But the thing that I didn't understand when I was a kid, I'm like, fucking voting, this is boring. I'm not interested in politics. But to your point, it's a great privilege. There's been many times in history, and there are many countries in the world still where the populace don't have a voice. They can't even cast a vote, right?
Yeah.
Women, people of color.
Yeah.
But you go to any country that's a dictatorship, voting doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
So the fact that we can do it to disregard that privilege, I think is a great insult.
Yes.
To all of the hard work that's been done prior. And you know, it's not about necessarily being interested in politics, is
No.
it? It's just like, have a fucking say. It's your future as well.
Yeah.
So say something.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to that.
How we doing?
Still good. Still good. I enjoyed that. Like, it's,
Yeah, that was delicious.
yeah, the spice is there. It definitely hit me in the nasal passage. I got a bit of residual heat.
I notice you leaving those end bits. You know, you can't just take a bite out of the middle and then call it done.
No, I guess I could
Bit
go.
of a privileged kind of
What are
an
you
abundance
saying?
of food.
What are you saying?
It's like my friend Bernsey once told me his mum was from, where's she from? I think she's from the Czech Republic or something.
Right.
His grandma came over.
Right.
And Bernsey grew up in Sydney. And he was a kid, he like grabbed an apple and he took a couple of bites out of the apple and then chucked it in the bin.
Right.
And his grandma started crying.
Right.
And he's like, what the fuck's going on?
What?
And she explained to the mother, she's like, he didn't even eat the apple. Like, there's so much of the apple, he just threw it away.
yeah.
And he's like, damn, I'm a piece of shit. But,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
No, I think what Joe is doing here, other than appealing to my white guilt, is I'm avoiding spice. I'm on pace right now.
Yeah.
We'll see how we go.
All right, restaurants.
You just gotta breathe through your nose, people.
Here we go. So now we're at
Really hot. Really hot, really fucking hot Sex Panther.
Giddy up.
God, this looks more caked on than the others almost.
Look at that.
Oh, don't get it in your eye. You know the classic thing, you're eating hot food and you're like, start sweating and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, my eyes are a bit itchy. Ah!
Feel the need to jerk off real quick? It's a bad idea, guys. Don't do it.
Resist the temptation. I got something in my ear. Ah!
All right. Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay,
Feeling that?
there's seriousness here. Oh, God. Putting my mouth near it hurts a little.
This is just me with chicken generally.
I like the bone. I actually like to bite
love
the bone off.
cartilage. Want to bite the bone off?
I like to bite the edge of the bone off
Get some marrow.
and then suck that marrow out.
I
into
love
that.
I love the cartilage.
Right. Yeah, gelatin all day. Don't worry about collagen off the beef. Just eat the bones. No, I'm
question.
feeling the heat on this. Next question.
Favorite part of the other gentleman's body?
I think I have two for you. One is Joey's neck. Joey has a very strong neck. He also has a lunk of a head. A very heavy head. He would need a strong neck to hold his head up anyway.
Big head.
It's a big head. But if you try and choke this guy's neck, you try and snap him down, anything, it always, I shouldn't be surprised, but it's like, I'm always like, this is so hard. Why is this guy so strong? And it particularly through the neck and the posture, like, you know, I'm like, wow, that's a respectable neck. So I respect the neck. The part that I find endearing is his ear with a kink in it.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. I feel like it looks like, it's almost like, you know, in Apple, the Apple symbol has the little bite out of it. And for those of you who don't know logo, that little bite is the leaf on top of the apple. Genius. I feel like,
Is it?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Joey's ear is like the Apple logo with the little bite out of it.
Ah.
That's the endearing part.
I like
The
that.
neck is respectable. Fuck, I'm feeling this. Oh, fuck.
On that?
Yeah, this is, I'm trying to talk through the pain.
You're doing good.
Oh,
I mean, we're past halfway.
don't encourage me.
Jules, how are
Yeah.
we tracking for time?
17 minutes.
All right, good.
Maybe we can slow down.
Interesting to get a vibe on where we're at. And sip this delicious lemonade.
Yeah. We might need some more napkins.
All right, so do you feel like at this point, are you in the middle of a hot wings challenge, or are you like just eating some delicious hot wings?
I feel like the challenge has started.
Yeah, okay.
I'm feeling it like
Yeah.
the residual heat. There's a lot of powder on that. Like I'm getting a build up of powder.
Yeah, okay.
I'm okay. I feel like the nose is going to start soon. You
Yeah.
know when you're eating chili, when your nose starts to run, whether you have fresh chili on like a pho, like Vietnamese bowl, or you have Indian food. You love Indian food, you know. I might shout out to my mum and dad. They love Indian food. My dad is a beast for this. I feel a little embarrassed. I'm not up to that level. Oh, neon orange, people. Oh my God.
All right, my favorite part of your body, JT.
Oh,
It wouldn't be one part. It's a general, what you can't appreciate about JT until you spend time with him in person is the sheer thickness of all of it. It starts at like the rib cage and then it goes down in a straight line and it has a very little taper in at the ankle, but that's about it. The thickness of like the trunk and also the wrists and like the ankles and the knees, like the joint thickness is on another level. I think that's probably what ruled you out of professional bodybuilding. They desire small joints, right? Obvious.
Yeah.
But yeah, that for me is the thing that will always impress me the most about your physique.
thank you, Joe. That's a huge compliment. The thing is, Joe doesn't always pay me compliments, and very rarely does he ever. So I feel I don't know. It's not the chili, or am I blushing? He's like, dude, get hot in here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Vindicated.
Well, I mean, I haven't got the height, have I, Joe?
You can't have it all, JT.
No. Shock moment. And this is just maybe the way I look at the world. It's, you know, you can only look through your own eyes, right? I think our first photo shoot, we've known each other for years, right?
Yeah.
And we're getting a photo side by side. And I looked at it through the lens and I said, dude, are you taller than me? He's like, bro, always was, always will be.
You know what I said?
Yeah. And I was like, dang, you know, you're like, how is it down there? And I was like, fuck, man, it's not bad. And then I started to look at it more and I started to play on my punches a little bit. It's like, shit, he's taller. I can't get taller. I'm gonna have to get thicker.
I can grow outward.
I can add, yeah, we can get girth. Man, starting to feel it a bit.
Feeling it a
like
bit?
residual chilies.
Yeah, there's definitely an accumulation from aforementioned wings.
Oh, I'm breathing.
I mean, there's only 2 left, right?
But
But it's stepping up.
it's like when you get a bit of lactate and you feel a little bit like, a little risey. You're like, I can keep going, but
I try and suppress it a little bit.
yeah.
You know, it's a perfect time when you feel that, guys. Rest round.
Nah. don't go there. He always tries this. Whenever I'm weak, tired, or not paying attention, he tries to convince me to his point of view. I refuse. That's okay.
What
We're going
advice would you say to your white belt self?
Advice to white belt self would be spend a bit more time on being technical, because when I was a white belt I was just a brute and I really just cared about winning. So try to get more technical advice.
Yeah.
And probably a bit less rolling and drilling. I didn't know about drilling as a white belt.
Yeah.
So if I could teach my white belt self about drilling, I think that would have changed my game. Like I would have improved a lot more. I was just doing a bit of technique, not knowing what I was doing, and just rolling. Like I would say 70% of white belt was rolling.
Yeah.
Just go hard.
Yeah.
Just fight to the death even if you don't know what you're doing.
Drilling wasn't even really a thing back then.
Nah,
so
not
much.
really. Nah, if I could introduce, you getting it too?
Drilling hadn't been invented yet.
You getting the...
Yeah, just a little bit of run there, yeah.
Yeah.
I could blow up, but I'm like, no, I don't want to break the seal, you know?
Is that a thing? Is that a chili thing?
I think this next one is going to bring some unique challenges.
Oh, God.
The amount of caking that we can see there. Jules, you getting that? Do you see that caking here?
God.
The caking on the that's like a death blow. So I'm gonna finish these cunts right before they get to the very end.
Oh. We've worked our way up, like white belt, blue belt, purple belt. This is the mat enforcer brown belt
That's
right
right.
here.
Bunch of injuries, but that savage game.
God.
Something to prove.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. Now, what would be your piece of advice to your white belt self?
Yeah, same. The fuck would it be?
Similar?
I mean, I got a couple of life lessons that I would have liked to have communicated to myself at that age. One
Sure.
would have been sleep more.
Yep.
Second one would have been save money.
Yes. Yeah.
Jules, you got that? Save your money, Jules.
Save money.
Don't make the same mistakes we did.
No.
Spend it all on
Acai bowls.
cocaine. Yeah. You heard that quote from George Best?
No.
Old football player?
No.
He said, I spent all of my money on hookers, booze and partying, and the rest I just plundered.
The first three were wise investments.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Plundered, squandered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, less pour harder, more understanding of the game.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm not feeling the spice yet, but the flavor of the spice, that's a definite step up. So we're on really fucking hot right now.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit nervous on this one, guys, I'll be honest.
But cannot deny, these wings are still delicious. You know what I'm very interested to find out is how much the sounds of us chewing are coming through.
Is it destroying the audio?
Is that like ASMR? Is that what they call it?
Yeah,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. You can fall asleep to this, guys. Bulletproof Hot Wings, Volume 2. No, the flavor's still good. I expected the flavor to go away.
This one hasn't stepped up yet.
Bro.
You feeling that more than the other last?
No, I'm not, but I still feel concerned it hasn't. I feel like it's a sleeper heat. You like eat it, you're like, I'm good, and then you're like, "Ah!" And you're
Yeah.
like Wile E. Coyote, fire starts shooting out your mouth. And a little sign pops up, help me.
This one's a good one. What is the most difficult thing about being in business together?
Having to be a different person.
Tell me more.
I think, like, we've both kind of, when you go into the kind of personal trainer realm and you're your own master, right? But then when you form a business partnership, it's a business relationship. You're not your own boss anymore. Like, you are, but you've got to work out how to have that kind of professional mode where it's like, as much as you can be professional running your own business, you're answerable to someone other than yourself. So if you have a business partner who likes to give feedback, as Joe does, you've got to be objective. Like, yeah, some of it's criticism, but some of it's, you need to hear this because this makes our business better. Like, they're not telling you because they're just trying to shit on you. They're actually trying to help you. Even though at the time it's like, I don't want to listen to anybody. I want to take orders from this guy. It's not even orders. It's just like, man, like, consider this. Like, you have to. Because obviously the interest is mutual. And so I guess what that's done for me personally is like, I have to be able to consider, when I look at this information, whether it's like Joe saying something or me saying something, it's like, am I saying this from a point of like, is this good for the business or is this good for professional development versus just like, oh, I'm the boss, or I just want to have my own way, or, you know, whatever like that. Not like who's in charge. It's just like, I think it's like any relationship. There's times when somebody has a domain of authority or has more insight. So it doesn't matter what you think in that moment. You have to be able to go, okay, I have to consider this equally. And I think also being able to like take that time to consider it, and then maybe you still disagree, but they're not burning the house down over it.
Yeah.
I think that's the key. Like,
That's the hardest thing?
I think I'm just used to not answering to anyone. Anyone. Not being accountable, but just just running my life on my terms.
Yeah.
But when you're in business, it's different. It's not about you, it's about the business, even though, you know what I mean? So you have to consider things that isn't necessarily what makes you happy. It's what's good for the business, what do I need to do? In the same way, if you're a parent, you can't just be like, my kid's crying, but I don't want to deal with that. Like, no, I have to answer this right now. I have to.
Yeah.
I think it's like a layer of responsibility and maturity maybe I hadn't cultivated before.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
It's a good one.
Well, how about you?
How's that heat right now?
Hot. Hot.
Hot?
Hot.
Hot.
Hot. Not mild. Hot. I'm feeling it.
Just trying to appreciate it, the heat for a moment.
You feeling it?
I'm definitely feeling it. No doubt about that. It's not buckling me. Doesn't seem to be buckling you. Hardest thing about being in business.
But you've already gone through this process, right? Like I haven't. You did Younger Brothers before. We worked together.
That's right. Yeah, so I've
So
done
I
business
think you
with
had
friends.
more business maturity
Yeah,
before. Do you know what I mean? I think that
absolutely.
I'm not out of turn when I say that, right?
No.
So you had to negotiate that with your friends at that time. You go from friends, we're cool, to it's business now, being able to put your business pants on and do the business.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think maybe that's the hard part, is like drawing boundaries and saying that's friendship there and then that's business there. Because if you take the like it's all friendship, well, you don't want to be mean to your friends. You don't want to, you don't want to have hard conversations with your friends necessarily. Like, it's easy to just like, whatever, have good times.
Let it go.
But in business, you kind of have an obligation to have hard conversations and whatever.
You have to, yeah.
So that's just a bit of a tricky line to straddle. And I think that's why you often hear that advice that like you shouldn't go into business with your friends, right? It's purely because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's why so many mates fail when they do shit together.
I think the upside, or the balance, I'm just dealing with this right now.
I'm actually going to eat this little wingtip.
I will not. We are very different humans, so I can definitely see the value in what Joe does and his strengths as a human, but then also understand I have my own strengths and knowing where like I have to get better to make sure that I can take on responsibilities and stuff like that. But I trust, pardon me, Joe's going to be Joe. He's very reliable, dependable dude. If he says he's going to do it, he's going to do it. I trust that. I also trust him to call me out on my bullshit, stuff like that, you know? So there's value in that. Yes. I think our difference makes the whole stronger. I'm going to take a sip right now.
Have a sip, take a moment.
Bruh.
Are these in frame jewels? Do we need to get rid of these, or are they all right? Have a little sip.
Give me a liter.
Sex Panther incoming.
It's like somebody vomited into a baby's nappy. Set it on fire. What's that smell? People are running out the restaurant. But the funny thing is they've cooled down a little bit. I'm wondering if that's affecting it.
I don't think that'd affect the chili.
Probably not. I don't know. I'm hurting a little bit
So
right now.
there is a thing when you're eating wings that have chili, and it's also hot
Hot
temperature,
oil?
and you're like, oh, like yeah. Whereas at this cooler room temperature, we can truly appreciate the spice therein.
Yeah. There is flavour though, even to there.
Yeah.
So I might need another napkin. I'm blowing
me
the
up
seal all
another one of
day.
those.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Whew. We're getting there.
All right. Here's a question for you.
Okay.
If you two were in a gay relationship, who would be top and who would be bottom? I can answer this one. I would absolutely be bottom.
I think we'd fight for it.
I
think that's true.
I would, from the perspective that like, I'd be like, no, I'm happy to assume that role, man, so the operation can go smoothly ahead. I'm pretty flexible.
I don't think that's true. Dad, this is good guy Joey bullshit. This is Joey talking to you in the bullpen at the tournament, being like, oh man, you got a kid? Oh, how's that going? Me too. You got injuries? What's your injuries? How's your knee? Yeah, bullshit, man. Joey would fight to the death to be top. So I think it would come down to energy. I don't think it would be a conventional gay relationship. I believe it would be like, who's got the energy on the day? Whoever brings the better jiu-jitsu on that day, special no-gi man wrestling. Whoever gets the takedown, whoever stays on top, fights hardest, they're top for that day.
Get that Boston mud crab.
I'll be honest, because I'm not taking those concessions. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for dominance. This is generally me in all realms of life. Unless Joe says, I'm cooking, I'll be like, Dal, babe, eat to win. I got your apron. Cook up,
You're
son.
happy to be subservient in that moment.
Yeah, whatever you need.
Not actually calling the bottom players subservient.
No.
by the
You
way.
can be a power bottom.
Yeah, that's right.
Craig Jones is a testament to this.
There's a hard push from the bottom. We all know that. That's where those hip thrusts come into play.
Oh my God,
How you feeling?
I'm pretty nervous here. Like I feel
Are
like
you?
I feel like Lachlan Giles. I've just won the bronze in the absolute.
Yeah, right.
Like
You're like,
I feel like I've won the game. I feel
right.
I've expressed my chilly athletic potential. I feel like this is over the edge now.
This is Sex Panther time, fam.
This
Here we
sex-
go.
All right, so what I'll do, I will meet you. I'll eat the whole thing.
Okay.
I've paced myself.
Yeah.
I've pushed out a little bit, guys. Let's be honest. I haven't eaten all of the spice to be able to. I'll eat the whole wing.
You're gonna hang with the big boys on this one.
Duh, come on, the chili dogs.
Goes the competition training session right here.
Oh God.
10-minute rounds.
Oh God, it's like when the heavyweight black belt in the corner sees you and you're like, oh, everyone's avoided them. Man, we're gonna have to go for ice cream after this. I just kind of breathed in, like I had a little flake and I inhaled, hit the back of my throat and I'm burning right now. I haven't even put this in my mouth. Where are you rating this chili, boss?
So
Out of 10, out of the hottest
I
things
can
you've
feel
ever
a lot of
eaten.
mucus being made at
To
the back of the
protect.
throat, coming from the sinus for sure. This one has tickled something for me. When you breathe out and you get the air on the throat, it's almost better to just keep eating. But we're going to keep talking for a bit after we finish eating, so you can run but you can't hide. I'm right there with the flavour.
My heart rate is spiking right now. Just trying to channel my father.
What's his favourite chili meal?
Oh, like ultra hot, like curried king prawns. Like as hot as it can be made with fresh chili.
Oh,
And my dad once ate chili so hot, like in an Indian restaurant, he said to the waiter, make it as hot as you can. And the waiter's like, get out of here. Goes to the chef, this huge Indian guy, said, the chef went out and looked at my dad. My dad's like, bring it on. The chef's like, my mum ended up leaving halfway through because my dad is like sweating, coughing, choking, like shaking, like, and my mum's like, just don't finish it. She's like, I'm done. I'm not gonna sit here and watch you do this to yourself. I'm struggling to talk right now.
he's like, I ain't. No,
Nah,
pussy.
must eat it. And he actually told me that he doesn't remember how he got home. He kind of blacked out.
Holy
Finished
shit.
it, paid, doesn't know how he got home. Like Homer Simpson with the chili eating contest. Mm-hmm. Went delusional, blacked out, somehow got home. Does not remember how it finished.
Wow.
Hottest he's ever had. I'm trying to channel him right now, but I can't talk. I need a fucking sip. I'm
Bro, you
fucked.
can talk through fucking. You could talk underwater.
Oh, that wasn't better. That was worse. Spread the chili down my throat more.
I remember I went on a date once when I was backpacking in Belgium. Met this girl. We went on a date together. She was local. Went to an Italian restaurant. was into a bit of chili at the time. I was like, can I get some chili with this? I said, yeah, no worries. Came back with chili flakes. And I was like, tried some, they were like stale, there was no heat. I said, have you got anything hotter? He said, oh yes, no problem. Came back with Tabasco sauce. And I'm like, fuck, that's not what I was like. I was after some kind of fresh chili, something like that. And, ooh, that's hot.
Oh, I'm hurting.
And a guy goes, oh, no problem. The guy was like, where are you from? I'm from Australia. He's like, you're crazy, man, whatever. Brought back some chopped chilies. No big deal. I was like, these are good. Added them to the pasta I was eating. Bro, it didn't take long. I was drenched. The shirt that I was wearing started to like seep through with sweat. I had to go to the, I was like, excuse me, I had to go to the bathroom. Take my shirt off, put it under the hairdryer to try and dry it off. I felt like such a kook. Chick thought I was awesome though.
Tried to kiss her, she's like, get away from me.
You fucking chili eater, yeah.
Oh, this is pain. Oh. Oh man, it just got real quiet. Oh.
JT, believe in aliens and spirits and shit?
Haha. A little bit. I once had an out-of-body experience. I almost died. I think I told you this story. Often when I'm hyper-caffeinated, I'm at the cafe, I use up all my best material that should go on the pod, and then I've already told Joey the story. He's like, bro, don't tell me that fucking story again. You've lost the originality. Like,
Well, bro, save for the people who give a fuck.
yeah, the moment's gone. I've heard this story 3 times. Shut up. Had an out-of-body experience. Grade 6, leadership camp. Almost choked to death on pineapple. Fuck. So, they had bulk everything. Can of pineapple, like tin pineapple, rings of pineapple, but this big. And I was like, doing like this much pineapple at a time. My friend Daniel Guyman made me laugh. I inhaled this much pineapple. I got stuck, couldn't swallow. Tried to cough, couldn't cough. I was trying to impress a girl. Didn't want to like spit pineapple all over the table. So I tried to swallow again, got stuck. Tried to cough, couldn't cough. My friend Omar's like, dude, you okay, you're going blue. Staggering, couldn't breathe, and I had the moment, 12 years old, shit, I'm gonna die choking on pineapple. In that moment, I got a back view of myself. I could see the back of me in front of the whole room. Seriously. And I could just see myself staggering back into the breakfast tables. I turned over. Shout out to the guy who saved me. David Annis.
Not to be confused with David Anus.
But often mistaken for. Primary school is a vicious place. I definitely was guilty of calling this guy David Anus at different stages.
But no longer David Anus.
Respect. He comes through, pushes me on the table, boom, boom. Third time, boom, I spit out all the pineapple all over the breakfast table.
Like a bunch of it, not just one piece that was stuck in there.
Keeps hitting me, boom, boom. I'm like, I'm good. And one more time, boom. I was like, I'm never calling him David Anus again. But then it was like group embarrassment. Everybody's just looking at me like, you're fucked. Like, everybody just was like looking away, and I was just like,
The girl's like, he's so cool.
yeah. I was the uncoolest kid on the whole camp from then on. The guy who almost choked to death on pineapple. So I literally, I don't know if you've ever had that, if you knew he died. I did have an out-of-body experience, which made me think, maybe there's a spirit. Maybe there's something which isn't our physical bodies. Because I'm not religious, I don't, Aliens, definitely possible. Don't know what's going on there. But it's definitely in the realm of possibility. But I believe there's something that's not our physical bodies. And I'm not religious. That's all I got. How hot is it, bro?
It's pretty hot.
Right. My nose is running right now. I'm going to finish though, I'll finish. Oh, yeah. Aliens, spirits, where you at?
I want you to eat. And I want you to get some time post eating.
Fuck you.
This where it can really sink in and.
I'm there. I might get out of body right now. Get this out of my body.
Yeah, alien spirits. I'm down. I'm for it. I don't believe in God in the conventional way. Aliens seems like there has to be some kind of intelligent life elsewhere. That line at the beginning of X-Files.
Sex Panther.
Right.
Paintown.
It's pretty hot.
People are asking our professional opinions and laughing at us. I heard
You know
this
what
shit
it-
didn't
It was in the X-Files. It wasn't The Truth Is Out. There was a bit on like Mulder's whiteboard or something that says, I want to believe.
Yeah.
That's me. Like, I want that shit to be true so
Yeah.
bad.
That'd be cool.
Spirits, yeah, absolutely. But I think there's also a lot of fuckery in that realm.
Yeah.
So a lot of people acting on, you know, the fuckery element.
Yeah.
Similar to fitness game in many ways. A lot of good shit, but also a lot of fuckery.
Have you ever had a spiritual experience? Ayahuasca, mushies, third dimension, fourth dimension,
I've
sixth
done
dimension?
mushies
Yeah.
a couple times. Spiritual, I mean, I tripped pretty fucking hard. Saw some weird shit.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah? Talk to me.
Had some. We had once was in Holland. My friend had these chocolate bars that had mushrooms melted into them.
Oh, whoa.
And then the chocolate bars were reset in a Cadbury's mold and then repackaged Cadbury's.
Oh.
So it was that like traveller size.
Don't make, stop. Don't make me laugh, bro. Okay, continue.
And so we were, me and a mate, Steve, we had eaten a couple of bars. The chocolate bars had like 6 or 7 pieces.
Well, how's the quantity?
We
Like,
ate
what's
one.
the
We ate
dose?
like 1 or 2. Don't know. Our mate's just like, hey, these have got mushrooms. If you guys want to have it, they're there for you.
Oh, wow.
He was out. So we're there. We had a couple of these. Yes, no.
Jules,
Fuck it.
napkins.
We're like, go on, let's eat some. So we had a couple. Another buddy of ours, thanks, bro. Omar, Dutch boy, rest in peace. Omar passed away some years ago.
R.I.P.
Omar turned up and was like, hey, just wanted to see what you guys are doing tonight. What's going on? We're like, oh man, we just like had some of the mushy chocolate. He's like, oh shit, how much did you have? We're like, we had 2 blocks. And he's like, bro, fuck that. Okay, let's do it. And so he brought us back into the kitchen. He grabbed he's like, we eat the whole thing.
Oh,
He's like, we're here tonight. We do it. Finish the bars. I eat a whole one.
wow.
So we're like, oh, Omar's he was the godfather. He
Wow.
knew all the substances, had all the connections. Just pulled a bit of spice into somewhere new, some new cavity.
It hides.
Omar's instruction was, we can't leave the house. We need to just chill here.
Okay.
We need to create a haven for ourselves.
Okay.
So we can like set the lounge room up. So we have 3 couches. We have a table in the middle. He said, we get what we need. We've got some bread. Got some like, I think some Coke, like soda, whatever, like as a drink, some water. We had cigarettes. We had a couple of joints. He's like, now we have everything we need. He put the chill out music on and then we just chill back. And I remember I was a smoker at the time. So we're like, oh, let's go outside for a cigarette. Nothing had come on yet. And we're sitting just on the stoop, just outside the front door. I'm smoking a ciggy. And Omar and Steve are there next to me. And we're just chilling. And it was in like rural country where my mate's house was. So there's not many cars that pass by. Anyway, nothing happens. And a few minutes later, Steve fucking pops up. He's like, fuck, did you guys see that, man? And Omar and I look at each other and we're like, bro, nothing happened. And he's like, oh shit. And then I remember at that moment I looked at my cigarette and I had like half a ciggy left. And all I remember is that we were like laughing at Steve and the thing that didn't happen that he thought he saw him there. And it was like 45 minutes later, and I still got like a third of the cigarette. And I'm like, fuck. Like, time had just slowed down so quickly.
Time distortion.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, man. And then, so, you know, we hung out, we're in the house, and, you know, it was a long night. Shit went off. It culminated in Omar's brother calling him, Omar's mother calling him at like 5 a.m. to tell him that Omar's wife had gone into labor.
Oh,
and
what?
that she needed to be, Omar needed to come pick his mum up, take her to the hospital, because she was having her first grandchild.
What?
She was high as fuck.
Oh my God.
That was good.
Wow.
He tried to take us to the hospital with him. We're like, bro, we can't do it. We can't. We stay here, you go.
Yeah.
You have to come with me, man. We're like, no, bro, you go.
What a beast.
Yeah.
He's tripping on his first
His
child.
bro smacked the shit out of him when he got to hospital.
Of course. Wow.
Cruel irony, the mushroom chocolates came from his brother originally.
There you go. Man, laughing is hurting. Oh. I feel like I've crested the wave a little though.
Yeah, mine's simmered off now.
Oh. It's emotional. Gentlemen, it's been emotional. Still the heat. I don't want to laugh, like laughing hurts. Well, I might talk about a trip I had. So, early days in Melbourne, I was still hanging out with like graffiti guys, and there's a festival scene in Melbourne. There's a thing called like Planet Rock. No, sorry.
Sure it wasn't Planet Cock? With your mate
No,
David Anus?
Festival. Don't make me laugh. No, Festival Rock. Fuck you.
David Anus, Festival Cock.
I'm tripping now. Anyway, we went to this festival. I can't even believe I'm getting the name of the festival wrong. I'm actually struggling right now. Anyway, I hadn't done any kind of hallucinogens or anything since I was like a teenager. I'm now like 26, 27.
Bro, you said.
I did say.
Had you kind of been like, oh, we're done?
Yeah, I'm not done though. It's okay.
Not done, guys.
Yeah, so I went there with a girl and her friends. So they weren't my friends.
Okay.
But the drugs were procured from a graffiti friend.
Okay.
And they're these
Probably
little...
low quality stuff. Can't really trust the dude.
No.
If I know anything about graffiti folks.
No. It was strong. They're these little withered dudes. And they were like some smaller bits and particles and one kind of gnarly looking dude. And anyway, the girl I was with will remain nameless. She was like, well, you brought her. So I was like, yeah. So, well, you go first, you know.
What were they?
Mushies.
Mushies.
In this little bag, dry.
Right.
This little withered dude. Kind of like in the Hangover, they're like, oh, there's a spider's nest? What is that? They're like, oh, it looks like a mushroom. And it's the cock of, you know, the guy, the
can't remember.
Yang, the guy.
Oh, right, yeah.
Konnichiwa, bitches.
Yeah.
You know, the guy. It's just like his pubic mountain, like a dick, like it's a withered dick. It was a fair size compared to everything else in the bag.
Right.
And I didn't know, like, I'm like, I haven't taken anything for years. She's like, well, you
Festival
go
cock, I'll
first,
smash
here
this
we
little
go,
penis.
yes. Festival cock, all right. Pyramid Rock. Sorry, thank you, all my Australian friends, I disgrace you. Pyramid Rock. I take it, it's kind of, goes down, I'm like, oh, that was gross. She has two smaller ones.
Chewed on it, swallowed
Yeah,
it.
the texture was gross. I was like, whatever. Nothing. Good. I'll have a beer. Yeah, have a beer. Hanging. Someone's like, oh man, someone's made like some like edible type cookies. You want one? I'm like, I had a mushroom and a beer. I don't know. But I think it was just like, I was like, it's nothing. It's been like 20 minutes. I'm good. Take a bite out of this cookie. And I look over at a cactus and the cactus starts to just like kind of vibrate a little. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. I look over and the girl I'm with, her features are moving slightly. I was like, she's like, you're looking weird, bro. I was like, things are starting to hit. And then I can't explain. It's like I could see the life force and everything. Things that were inanimate became animate. I was like, is that you seeing that?
Yeah.
Like it was real visual, and it made me feel a bit anxious. Like I was like a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And then I started to see like things pulse and like I got this overwhelming sense of the life in everything.
Yeah.
And after the kind of fear, I kind of broke through to like, everything's alive. We're all alive. Like, yeah, man.
Sick.
And I was just, you know, when you see someone just like staring at nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at like a fern, like, it's alive, man. Like, we're alive. Like, I was like, total tripper. I lost 8 hours. I was gone. I lost the
visual
campsite.
the whole time?
Yeah, and then I got like really accelerated heart rate.
Yeah.
Really accelerated heart rate, pump sweat, and then towards the end was wear it off. I got really anxious. Where's the campsite? I'm lost. I've been robbed. Where am I? Like just really came down really poorly.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and since then I don't fuck with any. I don't fuck with hallucinogens. It's not my
Oh,
deal.
no?
Nah, I can't.
A bit too full on?
Yeah, I just.
What you mean, bro?
I think I have a very limited sense of control of the world anyway.
Right.
And it gets me super insecure.
Yeah, right.
I could get high.
You got a very like vibrant vibrant mind already.
My brain is already
That-
overactive.
yeah, that kind
You
of shit
put
would
drugs
take you
on
to
top of it,
another
like I
level.
just go. It gets confusing, my friends. We got any more questions?
We've got a couple that I don't have on the list here, which was sent through.
I thought it was past this.
You notice he tried to skimp out on the wingtip, guys. You caught wind of that, right?
Of
see
course,
this
like, you know I said
account-
it's good to have someone for
I don't want to
accountability.
be the guy that has to tell JT, bro, be a professional, eat the fucking wingtip. But this is what you need to do in business. So going back to one of those earlier questions, you got to come down hard sometimes, guys.
And sometimes you got to be a creative genius to engineer this shit, dog.
That's right. And sometimes you got to take rest rounds. What-
No, you don't. It's not true. Whatever. It's okay. We're never going to agree. No, fucking.
Other question that was a good one was, and this sounds boring, but there could be some insight in this. Let's just see. We'll throw it out there.
Okay.
Favorite ice cream flavor and why?
Oh. Dang.
Top of the dome. For
Okay.
me, chocolate.
Okay.
Chocolate's delicious. I don't have to deal with maybe I'm going to try something new, get something unexpected. Could be more delicious, but might also not be, which would result in me having a subpar.
Is that done?
It's done. Good job.
All right.
Good job. It's important, guys. Show appreciation when necessary. Let them know they've done a good job. So I had this discussion with Adam Childs actually,
Okay.
and he was like, "Man, when you go to Messina, you always get the fucking whatever specials." Messina's a popular ice cream shop here in Melbourne and Sydney.
Yeah.
They always got some limited edition flavors.
They have crazy flavors.
Sometimes they're really fun, sometimes they're shit, whatever.
Yeah. They can be disappointing.
And he's like, "You always get the limited edition flavors." And I'm like, "No, I always get the same shit." He's like, "Why would you get the same shit?" I'm like, "Because I know it's going to be good. It's consistent. It's like when you go to McDonald's, I don't get the fucking project burger that they're making that week.
Yeah.
I get a goddamn double quarter pounder every time.
Huh.
Or maybe a single quarter pounder.
Sure.
Perhaps a triple cheeseburger.
Yeah.
But it's consistent.
Yes.
Ice cream flavor, talk to me.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb right now. Can I say my number one and then like an optional second?
Go on.
Okay. Number one is Paddle Pop Banana. You can't really get it anymore. They do Barney Banana now, which is by the same company, Streets, but it's just Paddle Pop
That was
Banana
an amazing
flavor.
flavor.
Bro, because it was a little bit artificial, but also a little bit natural. And I just love bananas, my favorite fruit of all time.
They did a two-tone banana as well. It was banana bottom and then chocolate top.
Yes.
That was dope
That
as
was
well.
great.
Yeah.
That was an early days at the swimming pool type
Yeah.
arrangement.
Back when ice creams were like 60 cents.
Yeah, when you get 50-cent ice cream, now they're
Yeah.
like $5. Inflation, hey? But, okay, then I say, so banana, Paddle Pop Banana, number one flavor. What would be your favorite go-to ice cream on a stick?
Magnum.
Magnum.
Chocolate Magnum, like a vanilla Magnum, like regular.
Regular.
One. Yeah.
Buffalo Bill. Bro,
Yeah,
the
makes
gum
sense.
nose, multiple flavors, strawberry. It's like
the caramel bit. There's
Oh.
like one little bit of caramel in there.
the little stripe in the
Yeah.
hat, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, the green eyes. And then don't make the mistake, people. Don't leave the gumball to the end and then accidentally knock it off onto the ground.
Yeah, it's a full rookie move. But also don't rush the gumball because it's hard, it's frozen.
Yeah,
You fuck your teeth up, guys.
You'll chip it. You got to work it
Buffalo Bill for the uninitiated, maybe our overseas listeners. It's a cowboy. It's a cutout of a cowboy's head with a chocolate backing.
Yeah.
And a stick on the bottom, obviously. And then the nose of the cowboy is a gumball.
in. Yeah.
It's really quite a wild little ice cream
It's
experience.
a unique ice cream.
Yeah.
From my childhood, that was number one.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm a big Buffalo Bill fan.
love it. I think we did it, man.
We did it, bro. How you feeling since you had the wingtip?
There was a second wave. Still riding it now, but I feel like I'm cruising into shore.
It's kind of like when you try to follow up after that first psychedelic or whatever it is. The second dose never hits you as
It
hard
doesn't
as the
hit you in
first.
the same way, yeah. No.
Well, you held up really well.
Thank you,
I've got
Joe.
to give you props for that.
Bro,
I mean, yeah, it was,
I didn't want to die. I was struggling. I got to say, the major bite into the Sex Panther, I was like, I got a little bit of gurge.
Yeah, right.
I was like, oh, don't spew on camera. Oh, God. I will never hear the end of this. And also the feeling of all the chili coming up a second time.
Yeah.
I was like, fight it, fight it, fight it.
Hold it back.
Yeah, that was I think it was pretty good. Last two was a push, but the competitive spirit won out. I know this is going to hurt me tomorrow.
This hurt when it comes
This is gonna
out.
be- Get out the paw, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a bad time. But how about you, chili expert?
You know, I'm fine now.
Yeah,
Yeah, when we're in there, I'm like, holy shit, this is hot. I noticed with the Sex Panther, it was like,
bit of pain.
you try to hide from it. You're like, what do I do? Do I close my mouth and breathe through my nose? But when you do that, it's just like keeping the oven shut.
Yeah, it's getting hotter.
But then there's like, you open it for relief, but then bringing air in and pushing air out.
Oh, it's
like,
worse.
Yeah, it's this unique kind of, brings a unique characteristic out from the heat. Look, it was uncomfortable. Probably the mucus in the back of my sinus.
Yeah,
Like it was like, felt like it was getting hard to talk.
yeah.
But ultimately, I'm like, wow, they could have. I'm gonna go on a limb and say I think they need a seventh
They
level.
could have gone harder.
They need something that's just gonna fucking end you.
They need the bulletproof
Am I right,
level.
Jules?
Yeah.
You know? It's like, what's the black belt standard? We've done up to brown belt. Where are we at now?
Yeah. Where's the world championship?
It's like,
black
here's our
belt
chicken
level?
wing enforcer.
Yeah, where's the Gordon Ryan ADCC champion?
Maybe it's enforcer. Maybe we're putting it out there for someone to develop a spice level.
Yeah,
Call it enforcer.
enforcer.
And we'll eat it on the next Hot Wings challenge.
Believe it. Comment. Put in the comments below, my friends.
Yeah, let us know what you think of that. If you want to see some more wild shit like this, give us some ideas. We're on this tip now, guys. We're big YouTube creators. We're all doing this together. This is the life we lead now. Jiu-jitsu, strength mobility, it's all behind us.
Nah. Food challenges, giveaways, you name it. Ice cream eating challenge.
We'll do it for you.
Believe it.